If you find this red phone booth on the road, don't be curious and go inside. Because this man was curious and went into this phone booth, but the door locked itself. When he reacted, it was already too late. No matter how hard he pushed, the door wouldn't budge. The man tried again and again, but nothing worked. Just when he was at a loss, a couple happened to pass by. The man rushed to them for help. The couple realized the man was trapped inside. They pulled on the door as hard as they could, but after a long time, the door still didn't open. As time went by, there were more and more people watching. There was no one to help. There were a lot of jokes. They were busy for a long time but couldn't open the door. They had no choice but to leave. A group of naughty kids ran over. They all laughed at the man for being a big monkey. The man looks like a monkey in a zoo. He was locked up and watched by the passers-by. As more and more people watched, a strong man approached him. He said it would only take him 10 seconds to open the door. The man smiled happily at the good news. The muscular man waved his hand. Then he grabbed the door handle firmly, and then he gave it a tug. But the door didn't budge. Stubbornly, he used all his strength again. Finally, he broke the door handle. The crowd laughed at his funny behavior. Even the trapped man was amused. The muscular man was so embarrassed. This time, he hit it with his body. I can feel the pain even through the screen, but the muscular man said he was fine. He's going to do it again. He thinks it's because the crowd is too loud. It's affecting him. He urges everyone to keep quiet. This time he seems to have full confidence. Everyone was looking forward to it, but the next moment, now he's finally giving in. Is it true that he can't get out? Just when the man was feeling desperate, the almighty fireman suddenly arrived. After checking the phone, they brought a ladder and started from the top. Then the fireman told the man to crouch down. Then he swung a sledgehammer. And that's when it happened. He was interrupted by the sound of a horn. A truck pulled up at the intersection. 4 men got out of the truck. They came toward the phone booth with steel pipes. Then, as everyone watched, they fastened the pipe to the phone booth. Despite the men's screams, after securing it, they lifted the phone booth. And then they headed for the truck. With such skill, it was clear that the phone booth was theirs. They didn't even ask the man's opinion. They lifted the man into the truck and drove off. The man panicked. He didn't know where he was being taken. All he could do was slap the glass as hard as he could. The people in the back saw the man's predicament. They were laughing. Apparently they think he's a monkey in a zoo. The man is angry, but he can't do anything about it. The truck drove for a while and suddenly stopped at a park. Then another truck stops. Another truck stops. There's also a man trapped in a phone booth. The man tries to ask something, but the truck drives away. The man seemed to realize what was happening. He tapped on the glass to ask for help. Passers-by thought he was saying hello and responded. The man was devastated. He could only watch as the truck moved away from the city. He didn't know how long it had been. The truck entered a tunnel. The tunnel was lined with identical phone booths. This should be the end of the road. And the truck didn't stop. It drove deeper into the tunnel. It didn't stop until it reached the end. The workers lowered the hooks and pulled up the phone booths and transferred it to a conveyor belt. At the end of the tunnel, there were phone booths filled with bodies. The men were devastated. They didn't even try to open the phone booth. They just left themselves here to die. At the same time, in the same place, the workers have put up a new phone booth. Who will be next? So it's not for nothing that curiosity killed the cat.